Mahatma Gandhi receives a secret letter at midnight. What it said changed. India forever. The Midnight Knock. A dark, starry night over Sabarmati Ashram, 1930. An oil lamp flickers, soft sitar music plays. Picture this. It's August 12th, 1930. The Sabarmati Ashram sits quiet under a Gujarat sky, the kind of stillness that hums with secrets. Inside a simple hut, Mahatma Gandhi, Bapu to a nation, sits alone. The world knows him as the frail man in a dhoti who turned salt into a weapon against an empire. At 61, he's the heartbeat of India's freedom struggle, fresh off the salt march that shook the British Raj just months ago. Tonight, though, he's not spinning khadi or leading crowds. He's restless, hunched over a desk, the flicker of an oil lamp dancing across his face. It's past midnight, and most think he's asleep. But then, a knock. Soft, urgent, like a heartbeat skipping. A young man slips in, hands trembling, and presses a letter into Gandhi's palm. What's inside? Words that don't just shift his next move. They rewrite India's destiny. This isn't a tale you'll dig up in history books. It's not about famous speeches or grand battles. It's about a hidden moment, a spark in the dark, that fueled a fire across a nation. I'm taking you back to that night, not just to tell you what happened, but to show you what it means for us today. Because whether you're 25, 30, or pushing past, we're all chasing something, aren't we? Freedom from a dead-end job, peace from chaos, a life that feels like it matters. Over the next hour or so, we'll uncover this secret together, and I'll leave you with a lesson that could light up your own path. So, grab a cup of chai, get comfortable, and let's step into a night that changed everything. Let's rewind a bit. It's 1930, and India's a tinderbox. The British Raj has gripped the land for over 170 years. Taxes that bleed families dry, famines that kill millions, laws that choke any whisper of freedom. Earlier this year, Gandhi's Salt March flipped the script. He walked 240 miles to Dandi, picked up a pinch of salt, and bam! Millions started making their own, defying the British monopoly. It wasn't just about salt. It was a wake-up call. From dusty villages to crowded cities, people realized they could fight back without guns. The British were rattled, jails swelled, batons swung, but the spirit wouldn't break. Now, August rolls in. Gandhi's out of jail on bail, back at Sabarmati, his ashram by the river. It's his haven, his war room, mud walls, a spinning wheel, a place to think. But the weight's heavy. Congress leaders are restless. Some, like Jawaharlal Nehru, push for bolder moves. Others murmur about violence, tired of waiting. Gandhi's unshakable, ahimsa, nonviolence, is India's soul. Still, doubt creeps in. The British are plotting something. He feels it in his bones. More raids, harsher taxes, maybe worse. He's sketching plans, another march, a boycott. But they feel small, scattered. Then, past midnight, a bicycle bell rattles the silence. A 22-year-old named Arjun Desai stumbles in, mud on his shirt, sweat streaking his face. He's no big shot, just a volunteer who's pedaled 40 miles from Ahmedabad, dodging British patrols under a moonlit sky. Why? He's got a letter. Not from Nehru or Patel, not from anyone you'd guess. It's from Meera Patel, a schoolteacher from a tiny Gujarat village called Bardoli. Gandhi takes it, his fingers brushing the rough, torn paper. He adjusts his glasses, unfolds it, and reads. His breath catches, not from age, but from the fire in those words. What could a nobody from nowhere say to rattle the Mahatma? To get that, we need to meet Meera, and trust me, her story's worth the detour. Hold on, we're heading to Bardoli next. A woman you've never heard of is about to shake history. Don't move. The voice from Bardoli, Meera's world. A dusty village road, women with water pots, a one-room schoolhouse. Bardoli, 1930. It's a speck on the map in Gujarat. Mud huts, mango groves, fields baking under the sun. Doesn't sound like much, right? But rewind 2 years to 1928, and Bardoli was a rebel's dream. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel led a tax revolt here, telling farmers to ditch the British's unfair land taxes. They stood firm, and the Raj blinked, a rare crack in their armor. That fight left a mark. Bardoli's got grit in its blood. And right in the middle of this town lives Meera Patel, a 35-year-old widow who's never waved a flag but carries a spark just as fierce. Meera's no headline grabber. She's a school teacher, raising 2 kids alone since her husband passed 5 years back. Her classroom's a cramped box. 30 kids, 1 chalkboard, dreams bigger than the walls. She's strict but warm, sneaking lessons about Shivaji and Rani Lakshmibai when the British inspector's not around. She's ordinary, like us, juggling survival, kids, that quiet itch for something more. Sound familiar? Maybe you're grinding at a job that pays the bills but kills your soul, or chasing a goal you're scared to name. Meera gets it, but she's got an eye for what others miss. In Bardoli, she sees her neighbors, mothers stashing salt from raids, farmers torching British cloth in the dark, kids whispering freedom slogans behind haystacks. To her, this isn't chaos. It's strength, raw and alive. She's no stranger to Gandhi's fight. The Salt March lit her up. She joined a local protest, hands gritty with salt, heart pounding. Lately, though, she's worried. Whispers float through the village. The British are tightening the noose. More taxes, more arrests, something brutal on the horizon. 3 days ago, it hits her hard. She's at the market, haggling for rice, when a British officer brags nearby, loud, smug, oblivious to the woman listening. "We'll break them," he says over tea. "New taxes, mass arrests, burn a few villages if they push. This salt game's over." Meera's stomach drops. This isn't just threats. It's a plan to choke India's spirit, village by village. She's no politician, no courier to Congress. But Gandhi, he's the one who can turn this around. That night, her kids asleep, Meera sits by a flickering lamp. No fancy paper in Bardoli. She tears a page from her son's notebook. Her hand trembles, not from nerves, but from the weight of what she's about to write. No flowery words, just truth. "Bapu, they're coming for us, not just with jails, but fire and hunger. I've seen our people. They won't break. Women hide salt, men burn cloth, kids carry secrets in the night. We're ready, but we need you now, not later. Lead us all, every village, every soul, together. One march isn't enough. It's time for a storm of peace." Meera sealing the letter, handing it to Arjun under stars. She seals it with wax, whispers a prayer, and finds Arjun Desai, a local boy who's run messages before. "Take this to Bapu," she says, voice low. "No one can know." Arjun nods, hops on his bike, and melts into the dark. Meera watches, heart racing. She's no leader, no hero. But she knows this could shift everything. Cut to Sabarmati. Gandhi finishes reading, the lamp dimming, a storm of peace. Those words sear into him. He's been planning small, marches here, boycotts there. Meera's note flips the script. Go big, unite every Indian in one unstoppable wave. He paces, barefoot on the cool floor, mind racing. By dawn, he's decided, this isn't just a letter, it's a call he can't ignore. Next, we'll see what Gandhi does with Meera's fire and how it lights up India. Stay with me. The spark ignites, Gandhi's decision. Gandhi by the Sabarmati River at dawn, meeting with leaders. Dawn, August 13th, 1930. The Sabarmati River glints gold as Gandhi steps out, Meera's letter tucked in his dhoti. He hasn't slept, but his eyes burn with purpose. He's built a life on big ideas, Swaraj, Ahimsa, Satyagraha. But this feels raw, urgent. The British think they can splinter India, crush it piece by piece. Meera's words prove they're wrong. The people aren't just angry, they're ready. Farmers, weavers, mothers, kids, millions of quiet warriors waiting for a signal. Gandhi's led them in bursts, but now he sees it. A movement that ties every Indian together, a flood of non-violence too vast to stop. He calls a meeting, no waiting. By noon, the ashram's alive. Nehru's there, tie loose, eyes sharp with youth. Sardar Patel, Bardoli's own Iron Man, listens hard. A dozen others, Congress bigwigs, local firebrands, pack the room, voices clashing. Gandhi holds up the letter, its torn edge stark against their polished plans. This, he says, came from a woman in Bardoli. She sees what we haven't. He reads it slow, voice steady but electric. Silence falls, a storm of peace. Nehru leans in, curious. Patel nods. He knows that village's spine. Gandhi lays it out. No single march this time. No lone boycott. They'll launch civil disobedience across India, every village, every town, all at once. Salt was the spark. This is the blaze. Skip taxes, burn British goods, shut courts, fill streets, all without a punch thrown. It's too much, one leader argues. They'll bury us. Gandhi's smile is faint. Let them try. They can't cage a nation. Nehru hesitates. It's madness. But Gandhi's calm pulls them in. Not madness, he says. Unity. They argue for hours. Some want rifles, others want months to plan. Gandhi listens, but Mira's words hold him steady. By dusk, they're in. The civil disobedience movement will explode, bigger than ever. Gandhi hands out rolls. Nehru to fire up cities, Patel to rally Gujarat, others to whisper to Bengal, Punjab, Madras. Messengers will spread it, on bikes, on foot, past British eyes. It's a gamble, wild and bold, but Gandhi's certain. Mira's letter isn't just a cry, it's evidence the people are waiting. Think about this. Gandhi's 61, frail, watched by spies. He could coast, play it safe. Instead, he trusts a stranger's scribble. Why? He hears the unheard, people like Mira, like us. That's your first takeaway. Who's the quiet voice you're ignoring? A friend with a wild idea, a gut feeling you've brushed off? Listen, it might just flip your world. Coming up, the plan hits the ground, and India starts shaking. You won't believe how fast it grows. The storm builds, the movement begins. Villages buzzing, women with salt pans, cloth burning in heaps. August slips into September, and India's on fire, not with guns, but with will. Gandhi's plan spreads like monsoon rain, carried by messengers like Arjun Desai. In Punjab, farmers torch tax papers, smoke curling into the sky. In Bengal, weavers smash looms tied to British profits. In Bombay, students ditch books, shouting Inquilab Zindabad through choked streets. In Bardoli, Mira's no wallflower. She's out front, leading her village. Women, kids, elders block roads with salt pans, eyes fierce. The British are stunned. They braced for scraps of trouble, not this tidal wave. Police scramble, jails overflow, 60,000 arrested in weeks, and still it swells. Gandhi's the pulse, writing, speaking, keeping it steady. He knows the British want chaos, an excuse to swing harder. But India's discipline shocks them. In Delhi, 10,000 sit silent as batons fall. No one hits back. In Madras, women sprawl across tracks, stopping trains, saris drenched in grit. This isn't just defiance, it's proof. Our spirit's tougher than your rules. Mira's letter is the unseen fuel. Gandhi doesn't name her, safety first, but her words echo in every call he makes. The villages are our backbone, he tells crowds. They've shown us how. In Bardoli, Mira catches his voice on a crackling radio, tears slipping. She never dreamed her note would do this, ignite a nation. Let's hit pause. Mira didn't wait for a stage. She acted because she had to. Sound like you? That job draining you, that dream you've buried, that fight you're dodging. What's your letter? Not to Gandhi, but to yourself. Write it in your head, on a napkin, wherever. Say what's real, then move. Mira didn't need permission, and look what sparked. Small steps ripple. Friends, start now. The storm's rolling, but the British aren't done. Gandhi's arrested again. Does it kill the fire? Let's see. The Empire strikes back, British crackdown. British troops marching, Gandhi in cuffs, crowded jail cells. October 1930. The British aren't messing around anymore. Gandhi's arrested again, hauled off from Sabarmati in the dead of night. They think it'll snuff the movement, cut the head, kill the body. They're wrong. The streets don't quiet. They roar louder. In Calcutta, merchants shutter shops, choking British trade. In UP, peasants flood tax offices, refusing to pay. The jails can't hold them. Whole families march in, singing Vande Mataram. The British double down, clubs crack skulls, villages burn, new taxes hit. But it's like stomping a beehive. The buzz only grows. Gandhi's in Yerwada jail, spinning khadi behind bars, calm as ever. He writes to Congress, smuggled notes that keep the fire alive. "This is our strength," he scribbles. "They can't break what's united." Back in Bardoli, Mira hears he's locked up. She's scared, not for herself, but for the kids she teaches, the village she loves. Still, she keeps going, organizing salt runs, teaching defiance in whispers. The British raid Bardoli, smash homes, but can't find her letter's trail. It's buried deep, a secret they'll never touch. Here's something to chew on. Gandhi's in chains, yet the fight grows. Why? Because one person's spark, Mira's, lit a million others. You don't need to be free to make a difference. You need belief. What's chaining you right now? Fear, debt, doubt? You can still move. Gandhi did. Mira did. Your jail's not iron, it's in your head. Break it. The crackdown's brutal, but does it win? Next, we'll see how this storm forces the British to blink. The tide turns. Gandhi-Irwin pact. Gandhi leaving jail, negotiations, crowds cheering. March 1931. The British are sweating. The civil disobedience movement's a beast they can't tame. Trade's choking, jails are bursting, the world's watching. They've got no choice. Talk. Gandhi's released, and the Gandhi-Irwin pact is born. It's no victory lap, salt laws stay, taxes linger, but it's a crack. Political prisoners walk free, some repression eases. Gandhi calls a truce, not surrender. He knows freedom's years off, but this is proof. Non-violence bends steel. Mira hears the news in Bardoli, radiostatic crackling. She smiles, quiet, private. Her letter didn't end the Raj, but it pushed the needle. Gandhi never meets her, but sends a note through a courier. "Your words woke us. Thank you." She frames it, keeps it by her bed, a silent badge. Think about this pact. It's not perfect, but it's progress. Life's like that. Rarely a clean win. You chasing a raise, a fresh start? It won't all click at once. Take the small wins, build on them. Mira's letter didn't free India overnight, but it moved the mountain. Your move doesn't need to be huge, just real. The pact's signed, but what happens to Mira? And how does this ripple to 1947? Let's follow her trail. Mira's quiet legacy, post-1931. Mira teaching, Gandhi aging, India's fight growing. Mira fades back to Bardoli's shadows. She keeps teaching, raising her kids, living small. No one outside her village knows her name, but whispers spread. She wrote to Bapu. She dies in 1955, 8 years after independence, her letter a dusty secret in ashram records. Gandhi marches on, quit India in 42, jail again, freedom in 47. He never forgets the villages, the spark Mira lit. When he's killed in 48, India mourns a father, and Mira's legacy lives, quiet but real. Mira's no statue, no chapter in books, but she mattered. You don't need fame to change things, just guts. What's your quiet legacy? That kindness you showed, that risk you took? It's rippling, even if you don't see it. India's free, but what does Mira's spark mean for us now? Let's bring it home. Lessons from the letter. Modern takeaways, modern India. Cities, youth working, Gandhi statues. Fast forward to today. You're 25, 30, maybe older, wrestling your own battles, money, purpose, peace. Gandhi was 61 when Mira's letter hit him. She was 35, a nobody with a pen and a fire. What's the lesson? You don't need to be big to matter. One bold move, a note, a choice, can shift everything. Gandhi turned Mira's words into a storm because he listened to the overlooked. Who's your Mira? That friend with a crazy idea, that instinct you've ignored. Hear them. Here's your action plan. Stop waiting. That dream job you're scared to chase, that tough talk you're dodging, write your letter, not to Gandhi, but to yourself. Say what's true, then act. Gandhi didn't wait for perfect. Mira didn't wait for power. A storm of peace isn't just for nations, it's for you. Start small, but start now. We've got one last stop, how this story lives on. Don't go anywhere. The Ripple today. Gandhi memorials, protest today, Indian resilience. Today, Gandhi's a symbol, statues, rupees, holidays. But Mira's spark, it's in India's DNA. Nonviolence still echoes. Think Anna Hazar's anti-corruption fight, farmers' marches. Her letter showed ordinary people can tip the scales. That's India's strength. Not armies, but us, regular folks with fire. You're part of that. Your voice, your move. It counts. Your life's a movement too. What's your storm of peace? Quit that toxic job, chase that passion, mend that rift. Mira didn't see 1947, but she helped build it. You might not see your win, but it's coming. Act. Time to wrap up. This one's for you. Gandhi's spinning wheel, modern Indian sunrise. That's the story of a midnight letter that changed India, and maybe you. From Mira's pen to Gandhi's storm, it's proof one voice can shake a nation. Where are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments. I'd love to know. If this hit you, smash that like button. It helps others find it. Want more tales of India's hidden heroes with lessons for your life? Subscribe and check the video on your screen now. Until next time, find your letter and write it.